No.
Hi, we're here for the second episode of ranking the songs off of the album. And before we get to that, quick little housekeeping on this series is I'm going to post a video every other week, so that'll give me a little over a week to listen to the album that I'm going to rank and then film the video and then upload it. So that's that. So it won't be every week. Like, I thought it was going to be every week, and then I was like, that doesn't give me enough time to really listen to the albums, even though I've been listening to the albums for a long time already. But, so that gives me more time to form a concrete ranking and lay out my concrete thoughts. And the second little bit of this series, if it's a full-length album, the video will just be for the full-length album. If I decide to rank mini albums, I feel like it'll be 2 mini albums per ranking video. So, because I do want to rank mini albums as well, because some of them are fantastic. A lot of them are fantastic. So, if it's mini albums, I'll do 2 per video. So, as the title suggests, today we're going to be ranking IZ*ONE's first full-length album, Bloom Eyes. I know they recently disbanded, and it's sad, but what better way to celebrate the legacy than talk about a great piece of their iconic discography. This was suggested from my last ranking video, which, if you would like to watch that, I ranked the NCT 127 Neozone The Final Round. It'll be in the iCard above, or also, if you would like to check out any of the unboxings I've done recently, some of those will be in the iCard above as well. But Pandamon, good friend, great YouTuber, suggested I do Bloom Eyes by IZ*ONE, so we're going to do it. This was my favorite girl group album of 2020. It was so good. So let's just begin. Like I said in the last one, these are my opinions. Feel free to disagree, discuss in the comments if you so choose to. So the road to this album was a rocky one because all of the produce manipulations of the votes just kept on getting bigger and out of control, police investigations, and this album was supposed to come out in 2019 in November. Pretty sure it was November. But then they were like, no, we're gonna pause. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if we never get the album? And I was gonna be really disappointed. But then 2020, they were like, okay, chill. The album is here. The album was released. It was highly anticipated by me. And it's one of my favorites. Bloom Eyes consists of 12 songs, 6 OT 12 songs, and then 6 songs where they split up into smaller subunits, groups, that type of ordeal. So let's begin. There's 12 songs. Solid track list, solid album. So let's begin, like I said. So coming in at number 12 is Daydream. I feel like people are gonna be already like, how could you? Yeah. I know a lot of people really like this song, but it's just too repetitive for me. The chorus is the main problem of what makes the song sound like it's going on forever and ever. Because it's really just like, you wake me up, oh, it just keeps like repeating throughout the chorus, and that's fine if you are into that. It wasn't catchy enough for me to be into that they could just repeat it over and over again. This song also gives me similar vibes to other IZ*ONE songs like Highlight and Sequence. It's kind of, for me, feels like it's in that same realm. And I also don't really care for those 2 songs either, so maybe that's another reason why I don't really care for Daydream. It kind of gets grouped into the same boat. But the one part of the song that I really did like was the pre-chorus because of Yujin and her like breathy vocals. Yujin is my favorite vocal timbre in IZ*ONE, followed by Chaewon. And I just thought that Yujin's husky vocal color with a little bit of breath really fit the instrumental of the pre-chorus part in Daydream. So number 12 is Daydream. And then we move on to number 11. I guess you could get the pitchforks ready again. Don't put them away yet, because I'm sure this will offend some people. Number 11 is Fiesta. To me, this is IZ*ONE's weakest title song. Weakest title song. I think stacked up to the others, it gets lost in the shuffle. It follows very much the same sort of formula as Violetta and Panorama. All three of them have this like synth part in the post-chorus. It's like an instrumental synth, and the synth sounds in Violetta and Panorama I do enjoy, but in this song, Fiesta, the synth sound kind of grates on my ears a little bit. It's a little too high-pitched, it's a little too nasally. It just sounds a little wonky. So that kind of detracted some of the appeal from the song. But I do like the deep arranged vocals in the second verse. That was nice. Love that. But all in general, this song is just too safe. It's too predictable. And it just doesn't compare to the other title songs, in my opinion. It's good, but it's not fantastic. So number 11 was Fiesta. Coming in at number 10, we have Someday. This is the first ballad we're going to talk about. It is, I struggled with the placement of Fiesta and Someday while ranking the songs, but Someday in the end turned out to be more musically interesting to my ears. So that's why it's number 10. The song is a piano-led ballad sung by Chaewon, Yena, and Yudi, and it's good. But I think the other main ballad song on this album is way light years better than this one. And it's more dynamic than Someday is. This song stays very quiet until the quintessential climax in the bridge. It just sounds like a very typical Korean ballad with mainly piano and string instrumentation. Except there is a very interesting beat that comes in during the second verse that was a little like, not really ballad-esque, you know? But after the bridge, the song doesn't really carry the same energy that it built up in the bridge. Instead, the song kind of just declines in volume until the end, where it just was like, finished. So 10 is Someday. It's nice, but it's not a stan. Number 9, Spaceship. This song reminded me a lot like songs off of their other albums, like Airplane and Up, Hanawido. It's very bouncy, it's very catchy, and it's very cute. IZ*ONE is very good at making very upbeat, catchy, cute songs, and I do get my life. I do get my life, okay? And I like the verses that show two of the members trading off vocal lines. I liked that. And I liked that Nako and Hitsomi had that little rap section after the first chorus. It was very cute. The song isn't terrible, but it's not entirely unique or rememberable compared to the album's other upbeat, cutesy songs. Out of the bunch, this one definitely is the one that is kind of like on one wavelength, you know? So number 9 is Spaceship. It's fun for the moment. I'll say that. Number 8. Yeah, number 8. So Curious. Like Spaceship, the song is very cute. And you can tell it's very cute from the moment you hear it. Won Young has these very cute, cavity-inducing ad-libs in the last chorus where she's like, I'm so curious. It's like, okay. You know, they were slightly cheesy, slightly uncomfortable, slightly awkward, all of the above. But they put them there. So there's that. This song is like a package of sugar, from the melodies to the way the girls sing certain lines. And what ranked this song above Spaceship was the bridge. From Yudi's high notes to Yena's little rap lines. And especially Yujin and Chaewon's part before the last chorus. I just really loved especially Yujin's part where she was like, no more romantic. Oh, it just got stuck in my head. So definitely a little more musically interesting than Spaceship was. So number 8 is So Curious. And then number 7, we move away from the cutesy songs for a little bit to talk about Open Your Eyes. Open Your Eyes. The instrumental of this song is so fire. Right from the start, you can tell that this is going to take you on a journey. And it did. It took me on a journey. Like, I was in, like, the jungle or something. They really decided to close this album with a bang. The instrumental, especially when the chorus comes through, is just like a huge wave of sound that washes over you. And I love when you can feel like all the instrumentation just like pouring down on you. I just feel like that's an amazing moment, especially if it sounds really good. And then after the chorus, in the post-chorus instrumental, there's this like pan flute sounding instrument, pan flute inspired, and that was like, it sealed the deal for me. I was like, that was so cool. That's why I said like jungle vibes, low-key. And then the high notes at the end, they were bananas. They weren't playing around. They were like going real high up, and I love those. The song just sounds really different from any of the other songs on this album and any other IZ*ONE song that they've released. And I just think they really went all out with this song, and it was the perfect way to close the album. Even though it's like, this is the end of the album, but open your eyes. I liked that. So number 7 is Open Your Eyes. And then coming in at number 6. This one might offend some people too, that it's ranked a little low. It's ranked in the midway point. But it is Ay 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 Ay. Yeah. Number 6, Ay 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 Ay. Almost every album they've tried to give us a song inspired by Rumor, the bop of Produce 48. And Ay 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 is the song for this album. And it's good. I loved the lower register singing in the verses. A lot of these girls sound really great when they're singing in that lower range. I loved the pre-chorus where the beat drops out and slows down before it builds up to the chorus. And in that moment, you get Yujin, and she like dominates at the vocals, and it was really great. But the bridge stealed the show for the rest of the song. The bridge trumped the entire rest of the song. The bridge is the highlight. Starting from the back and forth hush parts. So the girls each took turns going back and forth, going like hush, 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 all over the place. I loved that moment. That was really cool. And the bridge ended with Nako giving us that high note. And I was shook because after Produce 48 ended, we didn't really get to hear Nako flex on us vocally like that anymore, because she got overshadowed by every other IZ*ONE member that could sing. So it was really exciting that they gave Nako the highlight climactic note in this song. And it was really great because she can hit those notes. And we love to see it. So number 6 is Ay 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 Ay. And then now we get the top 5. So for me, the top 5 is like really great. I love the top 5. I feel like for all these full-length albums, I'm gonna be like, the top 5 is fantastic, immaculate. So number 5 is Dreamlike. Oh my gosh. I think a part of the reason why this song is so high for me is the pre-chorus, especially the second pre-chorus, where Hitomi sings Lombard Street, baby. For all of you who don't know, Lombard Street is this famous street in San Francisco that is on like a hill where it just literally goes like switchbacks down. It's very twisty and windy. And I'm from the Bay Area, so of course I love when people reference stuff around the areas that I'm from. That one lyric aside, this song is a synth explosion in the best way possible. When the chorus hits, the synths just take full force, and it takes you on a journey that I just think is pure magic. And then the post-chorus has all the synths, and you're just vibing, you're grooving. And then the flow of the second verse was so good. I thought the flow, the lyrical melody was really catchy. But my favorite part of the song is still the pre-choruses. I just really liked the tone of Hitomi's voice during those parts. It's a fantastic, fun song. Wonyoung wrote the lyrics. And this song in particular really shed light on Hitomi being another one of my favorite vocal colors in IZ*ONE. She's not the best singer, but I just really think her tone is very unique. It's like high pitched, it's cute, and I just really enjoy. I really enjoy it. So number 5 is Dreamlight. Number 4 is Eyes. It was only appropriate for them to start the album off with a bang. You have to start the album off with a bang unless you're starting off with the intro. Hands down, this was the best opening song of any of their albums. There's no other counterpoint to this. You can try to state a case, but no. Eyes is the best IZ*ONE opening song on any of their albums. Prove me wrong if you can. Chaewon started the song off, and her voice is just so gorgeous. Another one of my favorite vocal colors in IZ*ONE. And then the instrumental came in, sounding a little moody, a little mysterious, and then the beat kicked in, and it was thumping, it was bumping. The beat was bananas. This song just really has great flows in the way that they're singing the lines, in the verses and the pre-choruses. And then the chorus drop is really great. I love the English part in the chorus. It's gotten stuck in my head plenty of times, more than I can count. I'll just be like going around my business, and then all of a sudden I'm like, now I'm pretty full. And I just like singing it. All right, cute. I love it. That song is really great. Number 4, Eyes. Number 3, Destiny. Whew. When this song first started, I was like, okay, this is going to be one of the beautiful ballads that IZ*ONE delivers. But then the beat comes in and it takes you for a loop a little bit because it's not a ballad. The beat is very like up-tempo. It's like boom, 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 you know? The one weird part is the verses. In the verses, the line distribution is a little weird. Everyone will have like one part to sing, and then barely anyone in the song has 2 parts except for Yuri and Yujin. And really, Yujin is the only one with 2 actual parts because Yuri's second part is like all those ad-libs at the end of the chorus. That aside though, Yuri killed those ad-libs in the chorus. I think vocally, this is the most impressive song for her. She's just shining through high note after high note. And one thing in music that I love is the high notes. I love high notes. I love when singers with the vocal abilities flex on everybody else. Like, yeah, we can do this. We can hit those notes. I just love high notes. I love high notes. I love long notes. I love all those vocal acrobatics. And the song is just very sweet. It's very pretty. It's elegant. It's like, it gives me like a princess ball. It sounds like a princess ball. Very, very twinkly, very elegant, very beautiful. So that is number 3, Destiny. Now we're in the top 2. So you know what songs are left. And if you watched one of my videos from last year talking about B-sides, you would know which one is number 1 because it was in that video. But if you don't, we're just going to go to number 2 right now. Number 2 is You and I. IZ*ONE never fails with a great emotional ballad on their albums. And man, this song, especially now that they're disbanded, just hits in the feels, hits in the guts, gives you the goosebumps. While Someday was led by piano, this song is led by guitar, and it's a great twist because I feel like for K-pop, the go-to when it comes to ballads is piano, which is fine. I love piano bits, but I love guitar bits too. And then the chorus, when it comes in, doesn't come in with a huge grand sweep of emotion. It kind of like comes in like naturally. But it just felt like there was a little bit of depth because of the lower registered piano notes, which I love. I love the piano, and I love when there's those deep, dark piano chords. Not like dark, like low on the lower end of the piano. I just think those are always great for adding emotion. And then and then the chorus finishes off with Yudi doing those O's, the oohs, beautiful. I love a good ooh, I love a good whoa, I love a good oh. Those are when they're good, they're great. The song also featured a sung rap part by Minju. And it was really beautiful because her voice sounded really nice. And then in the background, there's like those glowy, twinkling, echoey chord hits that just really set like the atmosphere. Those hits reminded me of like fireflies. If you could visualize those, it would be like fireflies blinking around in the night sky, you know? Gorgeous. And then this song really did a great job to showcase Chaewon's very beautiful, piercing vocals and Yujin's falsetto and her more husky voice. And the driving strings into the last chorus that led to the climax is nothing short of gorgeous. Yudi's high notes mixed with Yujin's part of I'm Always With You, Will Be Forever, hit me right in the feels. It's just beautiful and breathtaking. And then the song ends with Yudi doing the oohs again. Perfect icing on top of the cake. Gorgeous, beautiful song. Number 2, You and I. So that means number 1 is Pink Blusher. Woo! Pink Blusher. From the highlight medley back in 2019, I knew I had to hear this song in full, and it was the song I was most excited to hear because of the fact that Hitsumi was getting to sing a great big long chorus part. I am always an advocate for when the Japanese members get to sing in the chorus because they never really get to sing in the chorus unless it's like one line where they're like Violetta, like something short, you know? So the fact that she was getting a long piece was very exciting. This song is bubblegum pop at its finest. Nothing to take too seriously. Just pure fun, pure catchiness. It's an earworm. I also appreciated that it let Sakura and Hyewon, to a lesser extent, she still has the least amount of lines, also Nako and Hitsumi, they gave those girls a chance to carry the song. Wonyoung is in the song as well, but she never has huge issues when it comes to line distributions because she is number 1. And then the chorus, I'm in love with the chorus, and I loved the halftime beat in the second verse and the way Sakura sang her part. But the standout in the whole song goes to Hitsumi. She was the standout of this song. Not only did she have 2 big chunky chorus parts, she sang the first part of the first chorus and the first part of the second chorus, and it's very long and it's lovely and it's great. Fits her voice perfectly. She also got to sing the bridge, and then she got to do the high notes, which I don't think any of us were expecting her to do the high notes, considering the fact that she's looked at as one of the more weaker vocal members of the group. But it was really great. Her voice shined on this track, and I was given my life. And the song is like perfect for anyone who biases the Japanese line or has a bias in the Japanese line or just wants the girls that get less lines to shine. So that made me very happy that they got the bulk of the lines. It was fantastic. We love to see it. Number 1 in my heart, in my soul, in my spirituals. Pink Blusher for the win. So that concludes the song ranking for IZ*ONE's Blue Eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What are your favorite songs on this album? Do you have a ranking? What's your favorite 1? What's your favorite 2? What's your favorite anything? I love this album. It's so great. IZ*ONE is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Every single of those produce groups, I always am disappointed at the very last episode because I feel like people get robbed. But it never detracts me from falling head over heels in love with the group. So I enjoyed this. It was fun. If you have a suggestion of what album I should rank next, mini album or full-length album, leave it in the comments. And I would like to hear your thoughts on my ranking and your thoughts on what you think the best song on this album is. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.